Hello everybody, it's your local soon donating hair to charity Viking pastry Johnny Fireflame talking, and welcome to my 8,000 subscriber Q&A special of the burning questions. What the hell is happening right now? Sir, just look at that. 8,000 subscribers, look at that. Just 8,000. How are... I've been on YouTube for... God, how long has it been now? 6-7 years at this point? Even before I made this channel, I think it has been maybe a bit over 7 years I've been making videos on YouTube. And suddenly here all these years later, 8,000 subscribers. I mean, how does that happen? How in the hell does that happen? I am astonished, I am surprised, I don't know how to, well, react. Okay. So, to celebrate, I have a couple of videos incoming, this one and including the next one, which are together supposed to celebrate 8,000 subscribers. Maybe even a stream of memories dedicated to this occasion. But let's get to what you're all here for. I posted a video both on this channel and out on Twitter saying pretty much that, hey, I'm looking for questions, please send me in your questions for this Q&A special, and we will... well, see if I can get through all of your questions. And we got quite a few from both the Twitter and the YouTube. So if you're ready, my dear friends, let us jump into this 8,000 subscriber special of the burning questions. So first up, we have fellow reactor and just awesomely sweet person in general, T. Prower, and he says, here's a scenario for you, Johnny. You as your OC are on an epic adventure, and you can bring 6 fictional characters as companions to make a team of 7. Who would you bring with you? As a fun bonus, try to pick only one from a fictional universe each. My own adventure team. 6. Okay, 6 extra people. Now this is also including like which universes I would want from. My Little Pony is of course a first. From MLP, I think I would take... Now here's the question, like should I pick companions based on like their skills? Like how much their skills would help us on this adventure? Or just purely in my own taste, like just who would I want to come along with me on an adventure? Actually, you know what? Easy question for, actually not easy question for MLP, because I'm stuck between 2 characters. I am stuck, of course, between Applejack and Sunset Shimmer, my 2 top ponies in MLP. But if I had to choose, I actually think I would go with Best Pony Applejack. Like, I love Sunset. I freaking love Sunset. She has magical know-how, it's very wise and all that stuff. But I believe that Applejack would be like the perfect anchor of the team. She would be like the neutral ground, the way to stabilize everyone when we all go crazy. Like she'll be there, and she's not incredibly freaking strong. So yeah, Applejack is the first companion. Just for cheating, I'll take the Doctor from Doctor Who. Which version you may ask? David Tennant. I'm gonna go with David Tennant, heavily biased. I think Matt Smith is my favorite Doctor, but David Tennant. Third one, from the Warcraft universe, I would take Thrall with me before he becomes War Chief of the Horde. Or actually, no, okay, Thrall, he can be War Chief, but before Cataclysm. All of you Warcraft players out there, you know why I'm being that specific. And from Half-Life universe, I will take Alex Vance, not just because that her game starring her just came out, totally different reasons. 5th member will be Reinhardt, Reinhardt from Overwatch. And my 6th and final member will be... Kirby. That's my team. That is my team. Hope that was a good answer. Now to the next one. Next one is from Mr. Sai, and he asks, can you do another live stream of memories for this celebration? Answer the questions in it. Well, as it probably is very obvious right now, I'm not gonna do that, answering all the questions here, but I am considering holding another live stream of memories to celebrate it, and try and make it full length after the 5-hour mark. So I am considering that. Next up we have one of my favorite questions from Claudio Brody, and he says, how far are you willing to go if you're going to start doing not for safe work? How far are you willing to go if you're going to start doing not safe for work voice acting? I am considering dipping into that territory. I am considering. It's gonna be very strange. I know it would be very strange to do so in the beginning. And also to answer the next question, what's stopping you from doing not safe for work, god damn it. Well, pretty much because it's such a new territory for me, which is very kind of ironic for me to say. If y'all know my first real fig reading, that is kind of very suggestive. But in general, I think it's just because that the whole not safe for work territory is so new for me as a voice actor. I have never done anything for that, well, area. How far am I willing to go? Right now, I don't know. It depends on what you ask of me. If someone comes to me and asks me to voice in a I was actually saying it right that time. If someone came to me and asked me to voice in a not safe for work, fake reading, or just voice project, I would like to quickly check what it is I'm going to do, and then based on if I'm willing to do that, especially because I'm in an apartment complex right now. So, and then the final question, the shitpost question. How is Denmark? Do you steal people's toilet paper? Actually, no. And then he includes 2 amazing pictures. How do you wish to pay? PayPal, Visa, toilet paper. When I thought post-apocalyptic money would be what it actually is. God damn it. Alright, so next question is from Sweet Pony Production. Their question are: when you gonna react to Brony's React to Season 9 finale? I still need to react to all of Brony's Reacts after Season 8. And I will try and find the time to do that. The problem just is that, well, I live in an apartment complex, which means that I can't begin recording stuff late into the night. I've actually already been approached by my neighbor upstairs 2 times for being too loud. I really have to soundproof my apartment, and I really have to try like find the right time frame to do stuff, because I don't want to disturb anyone here, especially at late at night. So when am I gonna do it? When I can find the right time frame for those over 1 hour reactions. When I find that time. Next question is from Michael Andrew Burns, and he asks, what is your motivation to start a YouTube channel? In the beginning, well, only total, like even way back when I first started, where it was like Gmod and Warcraft Machinimas, I got started because I was inspired by other people. I was inspired by watching what other people did, what they created, and for reactions, it's all started because I started watching still some of my favorite reactors I still go back to once in a while, Soundspeed, Cobalt Sky, and one channel that has disappeared and I cannot find it. Its name was like Shadow Alpha something. I don't remember what the name was, but I remember it was 2 guys watching the episodes together. But those 3 channels, those were my main inspiration for making a reaction channel, because, well, it was another way for me to get my voice out there, to get my opinion out on the certain episodes, and one way or another it seems to have worked. It's really interesting, a really interesting way for me to get my opinion out and to, well, get myself out. So, yeah. Hope that answers your question. Skyland asks, when and how did you enter the MLP fandom? Now, I have told this story many times, so I'll tell it quick for those of you who haven't heard. Basically, I was over at a friend's house, and he asked me if I wanted to dare him to do something, and then he could dare me in return. I dared him to do something incredibly easy. I don't know what it was, like balancing a pencil on his fingers or something. I don't know what it was. But then he dared me to watch the first 4 episodes of My Little Pony. And back then I was, of course, with the usual reaction of like, oh, are you serious? But then I did. And then by the 6th episode, I was like, wait, I might actually like this. Like, even by the 1st and 2nd episode, I was writing to several of my friends like, I am actually liking ponies. And I think I officially joined the fandom. Like, I started watching by the start of the 2nd season, so I think that was like 2012, I believe it was. Yes, it was 2012, because by 2013 I started doing reaction videos to season 3. But when I officially joined, I think I joined in that time frame between 2012 and 13. In that time, I considered myself a brony, and then by 13 I started doing reactions to season 3. So, yeah. J-Rock 1989, one of my Patreon supporters, thank you so much. And he asks, what is your all-time favorite episode from My Little Pony Friendship is Magic? That's a very hard question, because I am currently working on a related list called Top 10 Favorite My Little Pony Songs. And many of my friends can attest to how freaking slow and poor I am at working on that. I'm very bad at working on things that require a script, apparently. But my all-time favorite episode, it's hard, it's very tough. I do want to make a list about that in the future. Some of my top episodes are, of course, like Pinkie Pride, Best Pair Ever, the finale, of course, the main event. Like, I can probably list a bunch more, but my point is, I have my favorites, but I have a very hard time choosing what that major created, like the top favorite is. I hope that answers your question somewhat, J-Rock. Thank you again so much for supporting me on Patreon. Unknown asks, would you do a meetup type of thing at some point? I would really love to do that, but I have no idea how to organize something like that, and if I did it at some public place, I'm pretty sure I have to like notify the people working there or something like that. Like I don't want to create a chaos as much as I would like to, being a lord of chaos and all that jazz, but Until then, I would love to figure out how to do it. Unless I'm at a convention or something, then I would gladly be like, hey, I'm over at this point for next hour or so, come and meet me. But I would love to do a meetup at some point. I just have to figure out how and when and all that stuff. What region of Denmark do you live in? If this makes you uncomfortable, you don't have to answer. I live in Copenhagen. I can tell you that right now. A few months ago, I moved in to the city. So now I live in Copenhagen. I will, of course, not tell you where specifically, but I am in Copenhagen. Next question from Top Josh. Do you know anything about anime? Yes. I am a massive fan of anime. Like, me and my big sister, we have binge watched so much anime together, and I've seen so much on my own, like, and rewatched some shows. I love anime, and if you're gonna ask me what my top ones are, it will be things like Naruto, My Hero Academia, Silver Fang, Haikyuu recently has really become a favorite, and some others I'm forgetting. But yeah, I love anime, especially like high fantasy anime, or yeah, things like Academia and other things like that. Just that high fantasies. I don't mind slice of life stuff, but it just doesn't grip me as well as like the ones with high fantasy. I'm repeating that a lot, but I hope you all know what I mean when I say that. Next question is from Princess Diamond Sky, and they ask, can you react to SNT Forces one day? It's a great series on YouTube. I do not know what it is. I may one day, when I figure out what it is. Wreck-It-Well fan 001 asks, how are you enjoying your apartment? It's very nice. The only real problem that I have with it right now is, well, the isolation isn't really that good. I have to find a way to like soundproof or really dampen my voice when it comes to like outside, because as I mentioned earlier, I've already been approached 2 times by a neighbor saying that I've spoken too loudly in the evening. So I have to find a way to better soundproof the place. How have you been handling life after MLP FIM? It's been weird. When it comes to like YouTube stuff, it has been weird because My Little Pony has been this one constant thing. I always knew that I had a thing to return to and react to, and now suddenly with that gone, I suddenly have to think more often. Not really like that. Like, it has been weird not having this constant show to return back to and react to the newest episodes. And I do have several ideas of other things I want to make, but it is weird. It is weird not thinking, oh, next week, I wonder what episode is gonna show up. That has been weird, but I have slowly gotten over myself. Still cry in the finale, though. Still cry. A lot. Next question is from Ryan Anderson. Hey, Johnny, massive fan. Thank you so much. I know you probably get this a lot, but what was your introduction to MLP? As in, what gave you the push to give it a try and start watching it? Love your vids, dude. Keep it up. Thank you so much, Ryan. And as I told before, it was the result of a dare. That is one of the funniest things. That's one of the things that will always be funny to me. That I got into the show, fell in love with it, started a YouTube channel, met all sorts of amazing people all around the world because of a dare. Like, that will always be funny to me. But yeah, that was one of my friends who, funnily enough, fell off the show while I still kept going. So yeah. Next question here is from Star Sapphire, who asks, what is your favorite American food? My brain automatically goes to burgers, and that is actually a bit of a funny story behind that. Whenever me and my family travel around in America, we have visited there twice, and whenever we travel around, I always try the burger. No matter what restaurant we go to, if there's a burger, I'm gonna try it. It's just like whenever we go to any restaurants, I'll always take orange juice, and I don't know why, but I think it's because like a part of me wants to try and figure out how people make certain foods everywhere, like the difference in the meats or in the bread or in the lettuce or in the orange juice, like how differently they're made. And I have tried a bunch of different ways that people have made it. It's very interesting. I don't know why, like specifically why I do it, but I think my favorite American food must be a burger, especially one burger in a place in Arizona we visited. God, that was good. But yeah, boring answer. Next question is from Evil Nun, who asks, will there be reactions from, I guess you mean for, Generation 5, which, yes, I will give it a chance when it comes out. What's your favorite villain from the Legion of Doom? Chrysalis, T-Rex, or Cozy Glow? Have to say, they're all good in their own right. I think I have to go with the class. I want to go with the oldest of them. I want to go with Chrysalis, just because I find the Changeling so fascinating, and Chrysalis is a really cool villain. So, plus I like shapeshifters. So yeah, I want to go for her. Do you have any anxieties? Yeah. I have an anxiety, not like anything specific, but I do have anxiety for when I want to create something. I always get into mental debates about myself when it comes to like, is it good enough? What if it's bad? What if people will see it this way? What if people will see it that way? I see it as a result of my Asperger's trying to come in and like trip me on my social ways of thinking, because it always makes me doubt about, will it be good? Will people like it? Will it somehow offend people? Is it good enough? Stuff like that. I battle with it a lot. So yeah, those are kind of my anxieties. Sorry if grammatic is bad, but I'm from Poland. Greetings. It's okay, Evil Nun. Your English is good. Some corrections here and there, but otherwise, it's good. And hey, Poland! Didn't know I had people watching in Poland. That's nice. See, I have polished my art. Next question. James Koshman. I hope I pronounced Koshman. I hope I pronounced that right. Have you ever seen the anime Bleach? Yes, I have. My big sister introduced me to Bleach and showed me the Soul Society arc, which is the very first big arc that you see in the show, and I really loved it. I loved the world, all of the like the techniques and stuff, how each captain of each squad were, just the whole society, how it's built up, and the action and the drama. It was all really, really good. Then the rest of Bleach happened and I just fell off. I think I already fell off in the arc afterwards. Soul Society, man, it's so good. In fact, that arc was so good that there were made musicals about it. No joke, I'm going to provide a list of names here of musicals that a massive group of fans, I think, over in Japan made of the musicals. There will be subtitles if you find the right versions. But there have been made several musicals of Bleach. And I love their soundtracks. Their songs are so freaking good. Like, even though it's Japanese, I still try and sing along to it. Me and my sister, we still sing the songs to each other. We have cried, we have laughed. I loved it. If you're a fan of Bleach, if you're a fan of musicals, if you're a fan of Japan, any of those three are put together, I implore you to watch it. It's so good. It's so interesting. Please do. Sweet Pony Productions is back with another question, and they ask, since the show ends, do you still watch pony stuff? If any indication by my stream of memory streams, yes I do. I still enjoy watching the pony stuff. I don't think I'll ever stop. It's ponies. I love it. Do you have any hopes for upcoming generations of MLP? I just hope they're good. I'm not hoping for anything specific. I'm not hoping anything specific will happen. I just hope that it's good. That's it. Nothing specific about the designs, the animation, anything like that specifically. I just hope it's good. It would be really stupid for Hasbro to dumb down the writing or make it worse in some way, since they have such a massive fan base to fall back on now. So yeah, any hopes? I just hope it's good. Deft Blade. An amazing... No, not even Def... Just Deft Blade. I love that name. Amazing name. DevBlade asks, are you going to react to other shows? Yes and no. I would love to. I see a lot of my fellow reactors, especially Rarity Dash, reacting to like, I think, 5 shows at the same time. But I'm afraid to... I don't know. Maybe in the future, but right now, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Sorry, I'm not sure. Same Lemming asks, are you going to react to the rest of Bernd? I've gotten this question a lot, like twice here in this Q&A, but also just a bunch in my comments. Yes, I will react to the rest of Bronies React. I just have to make sure that I find like the right times, the right hour of day to record it, because I work I work like 8 to 9 hours every weekday, and in the weekends other stuff may happen. So I have to find the right times to record it. Iman Ishraf, I see you a lot in my chat room. He asks, how is Denmark during this time of year? It's going okay. A lot of worries, a lot of thoughts. I've seen a bunch of panic shopping, especially at my storage house. Like, we have to deliver some wares out to people, and people, like, they buy the just amount of stuff. But otherwise, I think it's fairly calm. I think it's taking it fairly easy, just being careful. Do you watch anime? As I've said, yes, a lot. How old are you? Currently, I am 25. Your expectation for MLP G5? Again, I just hope it's good. Nothing specific. I just hope it's a good, fun show. That is all I hope. Special Rent 7 asks, will you react to any MLP audio series content? Bride, Daughter of Discord, Princess Trixie's Bubble, Remembrance, etc. I've said this many times, and I want to keep saying it because one of my friends, he doesn't believe me, but I keep saying it. I will get to those things. I promise I will. I started Pinky Tales. I'm gonna finish Pinky Tales. I want to react to all of these things because I keep hearing about them. and I want to show them my enthusiasm through reactions. I can't just see them on my own and then write about it on Twitter or something. I want to see them in a reaction because I swear I will at some point. I swear. What are your top 5 picks for anime shows? Here we go again. Friggin' Naruto, My Hero Academia, Haikyuu, I think Yuri on Ice, and then my top one of all time, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I love that show so friggin' much. If you could choose another MLP creature as an OZ, what would it be? I would want to go edgy. I want to be gothy. I think I would be a bad pony. I love bad ponies. I am very sad that we didn't get to see more of them in the show itself. I don't even know if bad ponies are a specific species in Equestria in canon, but I would just love to see more bad ponies and zebras. We didn't have enough zebras in MLP, though I'm hearing that the season 10 comics, like the first issue, will be about Applejack going with Sakura to learn about zebras. Like, I have to get that. Like, just that entire setup alone is like drugs to me. 2D or 3D animation? Now that is tough. I can't really choose between either because both have their merits. Both have their beautiful qualities. If I had to choose one of them, maybe I'm a traditionalist, but I think I would go with 2D. I think that when it comes to shows and stuff, I think I would go with 2D animation. Rohan Grobler asks, do you watch Hermitcraft? If so, who's your favorite? I have not seen Hermitcraft. I have no idea what that is. Are you in a relationship? No, I do not trust myself to be in a serious relationship. Your favorite and least favorite movie? Least favorite movie? I'm so tempted to just say The Room because oh my god, that movie. I tried to see it with a couple of my friends and it was horrible. It was actually so bad that the computer we watched it on crashed. Even the computer itself was like, nah, I'm not doing this. Abort. And my favorite movie, that is tough. I have many favorite movies. How to Train Your Dragon is amongst them. For now, I think for now I will say How to Train Your Dragon. Just because I love the universe. I love all of the dragon stuff. I have seen only the second movie. I need to watch the rest and apparently the TV show. But yeah, How to Train Your Dragon, one of my top picks. And what's your favorite meme? Anything that's not Johnny. Clarissa Grobler, same last name as before. You're related? Asks, do you have a favorite show besides MLP? Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. How and why did you start YouTube? I was inspired by other people to do the same as them. Basically, I'm a copycat. That's the best I can do. I can copy people. Do you have a favorite YouTuber? I have many favorite YouTubers. Top of them would be Takahata 101, Gaijin Goomba, Markiplier, Jacksepticeye. God, I'm probably forgetting a lot of people that I love. Miracle of Sound. I have too many people that I love. I can't pick one favorite. And are you a cat or a dog person? I think I'm a cat person. I love dogs. They are absolutely adorable and I love just hugging them and all that stuff. They're adorable. But I think if I had to own a pet, it would be a cat. I can barely take care of myself. I can't take care of a dog like the way they need to be taken care of. Cat, I think I could handle. Besides their sassy nature. Kellen Borgstrom. Favorite song? I literally can't choose. I have too many songs that I love. Like the entire Hamilton soundtrack. Favorite band? I think I know the answer. My favorite band is Ninja Sex Party. Cause I love them. I love them so much. Do you like the Beatles? Yes, I love the Beatles. I love listening to all of their songs. Most of their songs. And they're just really good. I love the Beatles. Do you like any of the Fallout games? I have not played any of the Fallout games. Ever. Never played any of them. If you had to spend the coronavirus quarantine with a character from Friendship is Magic, who would it be? Sunset Shimmer? She's canonically a gamer, so that will be fun. And now Jordan Palmer asks, is there a voice actor that you consider your hero? Someone who inspires you? Again, there's so many voice actors that I really love. And some, sadly, I love only for the role, for that singular role that they play that I think put up the entire cast of Critical Role. I love every one of those guys. Is there another TV show, movie, book series, or video game that has the same impact on you as MLP? I think the closest I can get to when it comes to games would be Warcraft. For TV shows, probably Doctor Who, no singular movie. And for books, well, not a singular book. Let me be this book. This book, I think, had the most influence on me in my youth. This is a Danish translation of the book series called Into the Deep Woods and Beyond the Deep Woods. I fell in love with this book when I was younger, and I think it's what introduced me to my love of like dark fantasy, because this story is demented, it's insane, it's tragic, and it's just holy crap, all the stuff that the main character goes through. Jeez, like, that's a book I read as a kid. What is the strangest thing you've ever seen and experienced on your travels outside of Denmark? Or maybe just in the United States? Pick one if there's too many questions. Yeah, I've chosen to answer all of them. This might be a bit like patting myself on the back, but one of the strangest things I've ever experienced is while being approached at like a GalaCon, like a few times in GalaCon, and a bunch of times at the 2 BronyCons I've been to. Just the experience of people walking up to me, saying, "Hey, I love your stuff. Can I take a picture or even have an autograph?" When people ask for stuff like that, I go all like, yes. I can't believe that people actually like me enough to come up to me and talk with me for a bit. It's so freaking nice. I've met so many of you amazing people out there at the conventions, and it's so freaking incredible. Just that is the strangest thing I've ever experienced, because I have never imagined it could happen to me. So just thank you, all of you. Next question is from Starlight Eclipse, and they ask, what's your favorite and least favorite MLP character? Most favorite is a toss-up between AJ and Sunset. Least favorite, it's a default answer, it's an easy answer. I'm trying to think of someone else, but I can't think of anyone else at the moment. Diamond Tiara. Can't think of anyone else at the moment. What's your favorite video game? Sly Cooper. Specifically, Sly Cooper 2, A Band of Thieves. That is my childhood game. No matter how objectively better other games are, that will always be my favorite, just because of childhood bias and nostalgia. That and Half-Life 2 and Warcraft 3. What's your favorite and least favorite MLP songs? I literally have no least favorite MLP song. I haven't heard an MLP fan-made song that I thought was bad. As for favorites, I have too many to count. So many by people like Everfree Brony. Forever Free Brony, and other people. I have so many goddamn favorite songs. I don't know how many, at least, maybe not favorite songs, but just so many fan-made songs that I love. I can't think I have too many to choose. What is your favorite animal? Probably snakes. Snakes are pretty freaking cool. Not only because they're all adorable little danger noodles, but also because of all of their mythological and cultural and religious symbolism. I just love that so much. There's so much to say about snakes. What's your favorite MLP ship? I want to say I don't really have any, but that would be a lie. But I'm not a shipper. It's like I have ships that I like, but I'm not gonna be one of those guys just like, oh, there she goes, it's Star Twilight, it's so glorious and stuff. No, I'm not one of those kind of guys. I'm not one of those kind of shippers. But if I had to choose one, Starburst is cute. I like Starlight and Sunburst. They're cute. Or Starlight and Trixie, because that's just a funny ship to me. Coffee or tea? Tea, because I don't drink coffee. Next one we have from Michael A. Burns. I have heard that you are a Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist. I have played Yu-Gi-Oh! For many years. How many years of experience do you have? God, like, I've only played like on and off. I have never actually dedicated like a longer time to play Yu-Gi-Oh! But I've been a fan of the game since I was like 9, 10, around that things, like I guess 14 years. Around that part, 14, 15 years. Can you do a showcase of your deck? No, it's locked away at the moment, but it's mostly, my main deck is Ancient Gears. I love the Ancient Gear cards. I just love how they work, and they're really cool. And I can't answer the third question because I don't really have any like fond memories. I can't tell you the fondest memory, but I can tell you like the strangest memory I have. It was the first and only time for now that I've ever entered an Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournament, and I lost in the first round because I was killed by an OTK deck. And by the way, for those of you who don't know, OTK deck is a one-turn kill. So it's a deck fully made to kill your opponent in one turn. I have never experienced that before, especially in real life. So I was just there in shock and surprise as this guy laid down card after card after card after card after card, and then suddenly I was dead. I was so shocked I didn't know what to say. Like, my brain was going full all out because I didn't know any of the cards he made, so I didn't know how he came to that conclusion. And what I really love about Yu-Gi-Oh! That besides it being an anime cliche, I love hearing them explain the cards. Like, every time I play with some of my friends online, we always go all out and always say like, I play this and therefore blah blah blah. It's like, I love that. Like, one of my favorite times to go all ham out is playing Yu-Gi-Oh! With friends. It's so much fun. And now, my dear friends, we come to a part of the video that doesn't have that many questions, but there are questions taken from some of my friends who have sent in, well, their questions for this. Some of them I kind of dread. First off, it's from one of my dearest friends, First question is from one of my dearest friends, Rosalind Lay. Hello, Rose. And she asks, so if you could go to any convention in the world, which would you go to? For example, Everfree Northwest, August 7th, 9th in Bellevue, Washington. I think maybe Everfree Northwest would be nice. Anyway, let's go to TrodCon. Next up is from Starry Flame, and she asks, I'm honestly curious, which one of the A Better Love Story Than Twilight episodes have you enjoyed the most? This is how I found your channel, so I thought it would be okay to ask. It's totally fine, it's totally fine. And I have reacted to some of the A Better Love Story Than Twilight. And actually, it's because of Starry that I have reacted to those videos. Fun fact, Starry originally requested me to react to the A Better Love Story Than Twilight 3. And that was maybe one of the best decisions I ever made, because that video was freaking awesome and introduced me probably to so many incredible people. But besides that, which one would be my favorite? Which one have I enjoyed the most? Ooh, I've re-listened to many of them many times, but if I had to choose, I think I would have to choose the one that I made a reaction to, the third one. Just because, like, for those of you who don't know, A Better Love Story Than Twilight is basically a metafic written by Scribbler, where they just go through a whole bunch of shenanigans with all of the voice actors. And I love the third one because the main concept in that story is that the minds of all of the voice actors and voice actresses switch bodies. So they have to play as each other. And that I love so fucking much. That concept alone is amazing. It's just like mind-swapping stories we've all seen before, and some even grow tired of. But just seeing all of these voice actors and voice actresses having to act as the other people is absolutely amazing. It's just so much freaking fun. So yeah, based on just that alone, and also the amazing artwork, I would have to go with the third one. The first one and the first and the second are also incredibly fun in their own rights. Like, I would happily do a throwback reaction or whatever to watch those two on the channel. Next one is the one that I have personally feared the most. My amazing fandom sister QuirkyCraft, and she has not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7, not 8, not 9, not 10 goddamn questions. So here we go! Congrats, Johnny, I'm so proud of you, Fandom bro. Thank you so much, Quirky. I has questions. You has questions indeed. Number 1, where is Steven? He flew away and he's never coming back. What's your Hogwarts house? Hufflepuff, easily. 3, what's your favorite thing about plants? My favorite thing about plants is that it annoys Neville every time we talk about it. Inside jokes. Please rate your plants experience between 1 and 10. 1 being you absolutely adore plants, and 10 being you want plants to take over the world because it's so damn good. I'm not gonna answer that. Why not? Because I don't wanna dip into that, honey pile. Just no, I'm gonna leave that one alone. Does Rainbow Dash is gay? I don't know. Does Rainbow Dash is gay? May the world never know. How do you say sneeze in Danish? It's called at man nyser. You nys. N-Y-S. Nys. That is the Danish word for sneeze. So I sneezed. Jeg nys, and that is the Danish grammar is weird. But yeah, nys, that is the word for sneeze. And when we do sneeze, it sounds like this. Pastry! Baguette? Oui, oui, oh, Paris, Eiffel Tower. What's your name, man? Alexander Hamilton. Tuna and chocolate? Yes. Maybe. What's your favorite aspect of DMing, and what's your favorite NPC to play? Favorite aspect of DMing is all of the panic and pressure that you put onto yourself because you want to make sure that the game, the world, and everything is good for your players, but you end up stressing and you end up just sitting there staring at the page like, what the hell am I gonna write? In all seriousness, my favorite aspect of DMing is basically the good version of that. Just inventing and making all of these characters, the world, it's just being so free in your creativity. Like, I made my own pantheon of gods. It's so much fun to create. And my favorite NPC to play in the campaign that we're playing right now on my channel, it would probably have to be Chesrin, the cat god of mischief and trickery, just because I love playing him. It's like playing the Cheshire Cat. I love playing him so freaking much. And last question of the day is from Sunlestia, Sunbutt. Congrats, Johnny and AK. Thank you. And she asks, what got you into voice acting? Funnily enough, what actually got me into voice acting was me watching panels of the voice actresses talking and answering questions and all that. A long time ago, when I first started doing reactions and stuff in 2013, 14, maybe even 15, I watched a lot of panels, like the voice actor panels that happen at conventions. And just listening to the actors talking about their experiences and what it was like, and of course also hearing them doing voice requests from the audience, all that stuff, just made it seem so incredibly fun to me that I wanted to do voice acting. I wanted to experience that same joy, like I'm being able to spread it to so many people. Kind of a cheesy answer, but yeah, I watched panels basically. What are some other fandoms you're in besides MLP? There isn't any other fandom I'm in as deep as MLP, like actively being in there and stuff, doing stuff like this and stuff. I'm not in any other fandoms, but other fandoms that I'm in just casually, it's Warcraft and Doctor Who. Pretty much those two, I think. And what's your favorite genre of music? A toss-up between rock, jazz, hard rock, Celtic folk music, basically those I think. But yeah, I really love those tunes. And that was it for my 8K Q&A subscriber special. I hope that I answered all of the questions to satisfaction. I hope all of you enjoyed it. Thank you all so much for sending in your questions. All of this wouldn't have been possible without all of you. We couldn't have gotten to 8,000 subscribers if it wasn't for every one of you clicking onto my videos and watching them. I want to say every day, but probably not, but as often as you have. So just thank you all so incredibly much for being here, for what you do. And I cannot wait to see how many years it'll take before I reach 9 or 10. But yeah, thank you all so much for coming, my dear friends. Wait for the next one. I promise it won't take too long. Please remember to be nice to each other, and always remember to treat yourselves once in a while. My name is Johnny Fireflame, and I'll see you guys next time.